Yo, yo,
And you like, right?
Guys, yeah.
yeah.
Some
Go
people
ahead.
also give out praises, say, how up Basham, Yahushai, Basham, Rakakodash, the blood of our apostles and our elders, and GMS, salutations to the brothers that preach and teach us with sincerity and in truth. Brother Barah here, Brother Kosha from Barbados, and Brother Yahawada, also from Trinity Camp here. Right, so we're just doing a lesson live on current events, news, and other various topics, right? So you'll kick it off there.
Yeah. You know, the, we the year or the year of prophecy, right? That's we in the end the year of prophecy. So that's what we all about, prophesying. Prophesying it don't fall. This wicked society, this wicked rulership, right? So this 1 Corinthians 14 and 1, he said, follow after charity and desire spiritual gift, but rather that he prophesy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
That's really
that's really man we do we prophesying against these wicked society, these wicked ruler.
yeah. Con.
Uh,
I got a quick scripture there. Jeremiah 28 and 8. The
God,
prophet, the prophet that have been before me and before thee of old prophesy both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence.
God,
That that's really that's really job of the Lord's prophets do. Like cry for a dollar. You remember you sent me a video cry for a dollar. He
Can.
talking he talking about your Lord go apologize. Yeah,
Can.
they cry.
thank
Look,
God, right?
I thank you how about Hashem Yahweh for this truth. Here was he's the Lord gonna apologize to who the world called Christ man because he ain't gonna destroy America. You can imagine the things that's going to these men mouth boy?
Hey,
Huh?
hey, thank you. About Shimmy said that we're not in that deep sleep. You
Hey
know,
God,
boy, be
most
careful.
are just making a mockery of these men because you say what? You say if the prophet be deceived, the Lord had done it. So
Yeah,
he not dread delusion. The Lord said he will choose your delusions. He not serious trick bag.
hey,
yeah, he saying if God just America, he got apologize to Jesus. So who's Jesus? Jesus is the so-called white man. So there's that's a strong delusion.
Mm,
That's
hey,
strong. You kind of you was saying that these pedophiles and these faggot, pushing for at a seat I think is a year back. They're saying that God should apologize and destroy Sodom and Gomorrah. There's how proud this devil is, you know. There's how
hey,
proud these. So it's the same spirit back here, thinking they should get some kind of some kind of sympathy,
yeah,
some kind of justice,
yeah.
but that to you forgot because
And
there's
that
an evil that needs to be put out.
That's right.
Understand? There's an evil
you
need to
see
be
what happened
put
to
out.
you see what happened to the comforter now, the so-called comforter, comfy, how the feds raiding money. Maybe it's like the Lord is targeting these false prophets worldwide. You know what I mean?
Understand?
You understand? Because these men, they are not the men. They're prophesying of strong drink. They're prophesying of mirth. They're prophesying of the downfall of this society, man. Because it's evident. I mean, look at this society, man. You know what I mean? The debt through the roof. You know what I mean? The tensions increasing in the Middle East. So if you can't see these things and got the spirit of the Lord upon you to prophesy these things, then you want to prophesy of smooth things, like what these rebellious Israel want. Rebellious Israel want smooth things. They want to pass with the eye seeing and with the hearing. I want here saying smooth. But the scripture says, I got a quick scripture there, man. Um, Proverbs 22. It's Proverbs 22 and verse um, Salakia. Salakia. Proverbs 21 and 31. The horse is prepared against the day of battle, but safety is of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. So
Done.
all these nations here preparing for that battle. And like this morning when you see that earthquake, I say you, how come Iran, how come Israel pushing at Iran so hard, boy? You know what I mean? And now you come and say the least shall draw them out. Right? Because you know Israel and the US in bed together. I mean, you're right.
Done.
Right, you know what I mean? So now that can
Yeah.
force the US now to head in that direction. Hey, everything
They
coming.
they they already had tribe of Esau. I'm like they already had tribe of Esau, so you know they gonna cry out. They gonna cry out to the bully. You know, America gonna fight. America gonna do all the dirty work for Israel.
Because you see they're trying to make that the prophecy fall upon these Amalekites.
Done.
Right? They're trying to make it fall upon fit them that you know if you bless the Amalekites, the Lord will bless you, but they are not the Jews. Right? You know? And the end of the Amalekites is that they be utterly destroyed.
That's right.
Yeah, so why these that yeah, you started the live stream with the scripture, but rather that you prophesy. Right?
Yeah.
That's what it's supposed to do. But you got these see process out there. Now if you notice, ITR now saying the name don't matter. Israelites tried and died over there in Chicago.
Yeah,
You know that them saying that the name don't matter. You understand? And that's a very heavy boy, that's them men being deceived, boy. So they fall in that category of false prophets because the name of the Lord is a strong tower. When all hell break loose, you know what I mean? Who you can depend upon? You know what I mean? You got to depend upon a invisible. You got to depend upon the Creator, that force, that being. You know what I mean? If you don't got that force, that being within you, when that day come, then he ain't gonna answer you call me. You know what I mean? So you got examples out there, a lot of false prophets out there deceiving Israel and deceiving the world, and they pray we don't fall in that category. You know what I mean? Because this is very precious gift you got here. You know what I mean? Real thing.
I have a couple of precepts, Baba Pasha. This is going back to Creflo Dollar and his bullshit. It says 1 Corinthians chapter 2 verse 4, and my speech and my preachings was not with enticing words of man's wisdom, but in the demonstration of the Spirit and of power. Right? So there's no spirit and power in what he speaks. Right? And the prosperity that he is trying to push upon the congregation, that's the vibration that these Christians trying to push. Prosperity. But the scripture says in your when the men shall say peace and safety, then it shall come sudden destruction. Right? So it's going to fall like a thief in the night to these Christians and to these unbelievers. I think I forget what the Muslims have a word that is used, boy, for unbelievers. They call them I think one of the words is infidel. One of them is infidel, I think is used for unbeliever, if I'm not mistaken, but they have a next word that is used too. Right? But they are unbelievers in the true power of Yahweh Shem Shai. And the next scripture is Numbers chapter 24, verse 18, because basically going back to these Amalekites that the Americans are pulling, right? These fake ass Jews, these Israelites, right? Because they're not the true Israel, they're not true Israel, they're the Israelites, right? So it says Numbers 24 and 18, and Edom shall be a possession, Seir also shall be a possession for his enemies, and Israel shall do valiantly, right? The real Israel, right? Out of Jacob shall come he that shall have dominion and shall destroy him, and that remaineth of the city, right? So that how shall I come to destroy these heathens, right? These Amalekites. Verse 20, and when he looked upon Amalek, he took up his parable and said, Amalek, who was the first of the nations, right? But his latter end shall be that he perish forever, right? So that's the prophecy concerning them. Them rats, they're going to be destroyed. That's the true prophecy, not to be in black with Goldilocks, but in a wall, That's not even what they call the Wailing Wall. That's not even part of Solomon, the original part of Solomon's temple or Solomon's porch, right? That was rebuilt, right? So all their worship is in vain, right? Go ahead.
But you could read that scripture again. That last scripture you just read there.
Right, Numbers 24 from the top of the last verse. From the last verse.
Yeah, I think then it says his latter end shall be to his
Yeah,
destruction.
Numbers 24 and 20. And when he looked upon Amalek, he took up his parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nations, but his latter end shall be that he perish forever.
You know the scripture that says the first shall be last and the last shall be first.
Um,
Yeah, cause Esau, you can be you.
I can look for it.
Can't because hey boy, but that don't click in my brain there. Esau can be last, boy. He first now because he got the kingdom now. Right? He's a rich man in purple. You know what I mean? And he got everything in hand. You know what I mean? He deceived the whole world. Right? And Lazarus, which is Israel, at the bottom, begging for crumbs, trying to make ends meet. We ain't committing suicide. We ain't committing suicide. Like Esau committing suicide. Right? Yeah, you can't handle no pressure, big man. Here it is. We've been hung, we've been raped, we've been pillaged, right? We've been put in the worst scenarios. We don't kill ourselves, commit suicide like that. You got to be on drugs or, you know what I mean? You got to be on drugs to that extent. We don't commit suicide like how Esau commit suicide, man. Right?
I found the scripture though. It says Matthew.
Yeah, go ahead.
Matthew 19 and 30. But many that are first shall be last, and the last shall be first.
Guys.
Yeah, boy.
Hey,
our next one is Second Ezra chapter 6, and I'll start at 7. Then answered I and said, What shall be the pattern and son of the times, or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that follow it? Right? And he said unto me, From Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born, of him Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. Right? So Esau was his first, right? The first brother to come out, right? And for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it.
Hey, come on, you show me shy, boy. You can
and when you look at it, right? It is our spiritual because you know our forefather and take all of Esau heel, right? And pull it. That's that symbol of pulling down, and we pulling down spiritually right now. You know, by discovering all the wickedness, all the lies. There's a spirit. We grabbing by heel spiritually right now. And pulling him down. You know. I got one here for back up here. This is Exodus 17 and 14. And this is a prophecy. Right? He said, Exodus 17 and 14. And the Lord said unto Moses, Write this for a memorial in a book, and rehearse it in the ears of Joshua, for I will utterly put out the remembrance of Amalek from under the heaven. And they're going back straight to Obadiah. They're going back straight to Obadiah 1 and 18. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Hey, boy. Yo. Hey, I got a scripture here.
It's going to be put out.
Jesus, great.
Our next one. Right, this is Second Ezra chapter 11 and starting at 39. Art thou not it that remainest of the four beasts, whom I made to reign in my world? Right? That the end of the times, or the end of their times, might come through them. So the end of times coming through who? Esau. Right?
That's right.
Because he's the fourth beast, he's a Greco-Roman man, right? He's the Edomite, the Amalekite, right? And the fourth came and overcome all the beasts that were past and had power over the world, right? So the three kingdoms prior to the Greeks, and the Romans, they destroyed, right?
Wait, what scripture is that there, brother? Salaki, what scripture is that?
Second Ezra chapter 11, verse 39 and starting at 39 to the end.
All right, go
Right?
ahead. Go ahead.
It says, verse 40, and the fourth came and overcome all the beasts that were past, and had power over the world with great fearfulness and over the whole compass of the earth, right? So if we look at the word compass, it goes into a circle, right? So that's done cut the flat earth theory right there, just by the way, for them, what you call them? ITR in Chicago, what you call them, Leon?
Try find and refine, something like that.
Try and found as rubbish. Yeah. Right, the whole compass of the earth with much wicked oppression, right? And so long time dwelt he upon the earth with deceit. It says, for the earth has thou not judged with truth.
That Esau boy.
Huh? That's the so-called white man.
That's
Right?
Esau. Wait a minute. But that Esau, that can't be Arabs. That can't be Arabs. That Esau. Wait a minute. That Esau. But that Esau right there. But it's going to say the earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
Hey, I have it right here. I have it right here. Job 9:24. For the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? If not, where and who is he?
Oh, black boy.
Hey, I have a next one real quick. Then Nahum chapter 3, verse 1. Because of the woe to the bloody city, it is full of lies and robbery. The prey departed not. The noise of a whip and the noise of the rattling of the wheels and the prancing horses and the jumping chariots. Now this is, we went through slavery, but we still in slavery and we had to get up and go to the plantation every day, right? And we still slaving every day. Yeah, can. It says the horseman put the bright sword and the glittering spear, and there is a multitude of slain, right? But this is major slavery we're talking about, and a great number of the carcasses, and there is none end of their corpses. They stumble upon their corpses because of the multitude of whoredoms of the well-flavored harlot, right? The mistress of the witchcrafts that selleth nations through her whoredoms and families through her witchcraft. Behold, I am against thee, saith Yahweh of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face. I will show the nations thy nakedness and the kingdoms thy shame. And this is what we see going on. All the hypocrisy that they come out in the news and they're showing the Russia going to the OPCW, right? The organization set for investigation or the nuclear proliferation, right? Where they come down, they're checking all these different claims of chemical warfare, not nuclear, sorry, chemical warfare, right? They come in and they're showing that the whole thing was staged. The whole thing with Nduma was staged. Right?
Done.
The white helmets, they had a bombing. The white helmets come and cause a chaos in the hospital. They was washing on the dust off of the people, right? The young boy that was in the video, he spoke, and the story came out, the truth came out. But America, and they didn't wait. America and England and France didn't wait, right? Because the whole purpose is just to overthrow, using a propaganda machine and overthrow. Or what really and truly these nations doing about it, because just showing it, because I say that he's going to uncover the nakedness. These nations seen these people as hypocrites. They're powerful hypocrites. They're wicked bad.
Yeah, well, it's a perfect act. It's a perfect.
That's the same tactic Esau used against the Native Americans. Esau would dress up as a Native American and attack his own people and let be a witness to his own people, and then say, you see, it's the Native Americans, and then give them a reason to go and attack the Native Americans. That's Esau tactic all the time, B.
Yeah,
so he ain't know what he's doing.
Yeah, they're practicing that same old warfare.
See, yeah, the same old warfare they're doing.
Yeah, petition. That's what let's do. Let's petition your land, mean divide it and conquer. You know, cause of pro among the people to divide them. And that's the same thing the Mosai do to East. That's the same thing the Mosai do to East, because look at the EU nation and Russia, all of them is Edomite. So the Most High using that same tactic against him, divide him and destroy him. You know?
Oh, there's some
Yeah.
comments on the comment board too, boy. This is well, Shalom to all you came on the comment board first to begin. It says
Shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
Jemes Soldier of Yahweh, while Yahweh Shai. Numbers 24 and 18, and Edom shall be a possession. Well, I read this. Edom shall be a possession and seer, right? Numbers, well, basically, yeah, I read this. Tried and refined. Tried, and put to the side. Yeah, can't. Can't.
Hey, I got a scripture here, man. Isaiah 47 and 8. Therefore, hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, that says in thy heart, I am, and none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widower, neither shall I know the loss of children. Now that Esau, he feel that his kind can keep going on forever. You know what I mean? That when he's setting up different agents, he got coons setting out to them even more insight, getting out false dream, right? But it says, but these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood, there shall come upon thee in their perfection. So when Esau he's about to accomplish everything, bam, that when the right hook they come from the Lord, no, knock you out. You understand? There shall come upon thee in their perfection for the multitude of thy sorceries and for the great abundance of thy enchantments. God, Esau like to do a lot of witchcraft against the nation of Israel. You know what I mean? When you want to be an entertainer, a rapper, wherever, you got to sell your soul to Esau, you know what I mean? You got to partake in a lot of rituals. You understand?
God.
It says, for thou hast trusted.
Huh? The main ritual they gotta take part in is being a faggot. That's the main ritual.
Yeah. That's the main one, boy. That's the main one. That way, a lot of them end up being alcoholics. You know what I mean? Or always drug addicts.
Drugs. To hide the pain in drugs. Look at Rihanna. Rihanna said a pipe. She said a pipe fucking weed. You understand?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They no name a whole road after she here, man. No put a whole road and she name here, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then next week she cousin get murdered. Sacrifice there, man. Is that? Yeah. Isaiah 7:10. For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, thou hast said, none seeth me. That was Esau feel that. You know, his you know, I remember the apostles said the greatest power lies in secrecy. But now Esau's skirt is being lifted. We seeing all Esau's nakedness, meaning all the lies that he putting out in the earth, right? It says, thy wisdom and thy knowledge it have perverted thee, and thou hast said in thy heart, I am. He feel on top, and nobody can stop me now. You know what I mean? It says, therefore shall evil come upon thee, thou shalt not know from whence it riseth, and mischief shall fall upon thee, thou shalt not be able to put it off, and desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. So it come bam, suddenly, man. You can be a loss, you know what I mean? You can be a loss, right?
I got one here. The spirit of this devil gotta be eradicated, you know. After he saw his slavery.
Right? The kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and the house divided against a house falleth. So what else?
The Satan divided against himself, he can't stand.
Yeah, because
and this is the same thing we mentioned earlier, you know, the Most High. You know. I hear you say that.
Yeah, I was saying they divided because even the stance on the EU. Trump came out and said I think the EU was designed to rob the US or something like that.
Can.
But EU nation is Edomite and America is Edomite. So they divided against themselves. Right?
Man. We expect to come out the Trump mode.
Yeah.
Them things surprise me will come out the mode.
Yeah, the apostle convinced he's either Herod He's either Herod or I forget the name he mentioned. Either Herod or one of them Caesars back then. Cause he just the man and more be man just
Yeah,
he just
yeah.
he do and then think.
The
He
thing
don't think and
is,
then do. He do and then think.
Yo, if you see,
Uh,
if you look at it, if you look at it through the spirit, that's a blatant puppet.
yeah,
That's a blatant. If you
can.
look at it through the spirit, there's a everything that he say and do, he is a rehearse.
Can,
Look at it good. Listen to me saying, and look at me doing. That's totally rehearsed.
can.
You know, he's a puppet. You know, there's a lot. There's a lot.
Hey, boy.
You know,
Ooh,
I'm never going to say this. This is Deuteronomy 25 and 19. He said, therefore it shall be when the Lord thy power had given thee rest from all thine enemies round about. There's a kingdom. He said, in the land which the Lord thy power given thee for an inheritance to possess it, that thou shalt blot out the remembrance of
see,
Amalek
can.
from under the heaven, thou shalt not forget it. Thou shalt not forget it. So prophesied for you, devil be blot out, eradicated.
God,
So you never can escape this. So you continue being a perfect devil. They have recompense for your work. You know? They have recompense for your work. So you trying to flip prophecy to fit you. This is your work. This is what the devil is do. So you're doing your work perfectly. You know?
God.
You're doing your work, but what? You will be destroyed after 1,000 years of slavery.
And I,
You know you're gonna be destroyed.
them 1,000 years can come slow now. Them 1,000 years can come
Can.
slow.
That can be a
Slow.
perfect year. That can be a perfect 1,000 years.
Slow, man. Slow. He gonna
God.
feel all the pain. He gonna feel all
God.
that pain. He gonna feel the pain he went through. He gonna feel it, man.
God.
1,000 slow years.
I guess
Slow years.
you see the video I sent in the group. He said, I guess, about 7 years in prison, and he killed himself. 7 years in prison, he killed himself. Jay get in life.
Can.
Yeah. He swallow.
Yeah.
But you see, he can't escape the judgment, you know. They can't escape because we ain't got the power to bring them back. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
they can walk, you know they can do that in the kingdom. A lot of them want to commit suicide. I can't do it, you know, and cut the wrist. No,
Yeah.
you come back here and bring that spirit right back. Don't come, man. You come cut my grass for me, man. Yeah, B. They can want to commit a law suicide, but that ain't working in the kingdom, man. I got scripture here, man. Job 20. And I can start at 4. Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment?
That's
For
right.
a moment.
Can. Though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach unto the clouds, yeah, he proud, right? He proud.
God.
And he got a lot of satellites, you know what I mean? International space stations, etc., right? So he feel he unstoppable. That way he didn't monitoring the UFOs, you know, he monitoring the so-called UFOs, right?
God.
Praying he army, right? It says, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him. Where is he? What part where this is seeing, man? Remember it tells is here, is this the man? Is this the man that
Can. That is Isaiah chapter 14. I can get up here, right? It's Isaiah chapter
see,
14.
man? You want to get money?
Yeah. Blah, 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 blah.
I think it's 14 and like
It's Isaiah 14 and
you can start
check
at
wrong.
11.
Yeah, check wrong there.
Yeah, the whole Isaiah 14 real nice, no? But
Yeah, boy.
there's nah, I said that I said that boy. Verse 9, Isaiah 14 and 9. Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee, and at thy coming it is stirred up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth. It had raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations. All they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we? Art thou become like unto us? Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vials, and the worms is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? Right?
Yeah.
I don't think that's one of. Go ahead.
Right. I was looking at the word pump. Like pump is I was trying to get the definition for the word pump. I was trying to get I think that mean proud. You know what I mean? Because he's a proud man, right?
Come.
He's a proud man. So you love bringing he down, B. You know what I mean? Love bringing he down, man. Right? So like here. I was trying to get it. I was trying to get it. It's a lot. Yes, but you love bringing down the nation of Edom, B. You know what I mean? Continue, brother.
Isaiah 14.
Yeah.
Verse 13. For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven, I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. And because just late last month, or mid last month, Elon Musk sent a SpaceX rocket with a telescope to go further than any of the other telescopes ever went.
Oh,
right?
yeah,
Because
yeah.
he really trying to get back get repentance, pursuing to the challenge that the Lord gave him to measure the depths of the space, the depths of heaven, the depths of the earth, and the depths of the sea. Right? So he really trying to measure out. But he can't get back that repentance because the prophecy say that hey, he's gonna be put out, he's gonna be utterly destroyed. You understand?
Right.
It says, I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation, in the sides of the north, I will ascend above the heights of the clouds, I will be like the Most High. Right? So that is that.
He doing a lot of cloning, right? And if you watch the trailer, Upgrade, the Apostle Tahar put up, is a movie coming out in June called Upgrade. A man that he was paralyzed and his wife was murdered. And basically, yeah, it basically a billionaire offered him a chip that he could walk again and give him superhuman strength. And he took the chip. You understand? And when he took the chip, now he got superhuman strength, he could walk again, etc. So that he saw more. He feel that he could beat it anymore. So you know, make people walk again, make people see again, make people hear again. You know, people that got Alzheimer's, they ain't got it no more. Artificial intelligence, so he feel that he's the more sign now, you see? But his technology.
I have a quick precept. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come. What day we talking about? The day of the Lord, right? Except that ye are fallen away first, that the man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. And that's Esau, right? We see him as a man of sin, right? He's a man that ruling through peace, but his peace is war, right? He so-called bringing peace in the Middle East, he bringing peace in this land, peace. He waging wars to get your people out of a rulership, put up their puppet leaders, and steal all the natural resources. That's what he is, the man of sin. He's a thief and a liar. The scripture where we read in 2 Ezra chapter 11, it speaks about him ruling by deceit. His pieces are deceit, right? It says, who opposed and exalted himself above all that is called God, the power, or that is worshipped, so that he is as God, sitting in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. Right? He's not God. Right? going back to Isaiah. If anybody don't have anything to say on it.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Isaiah chapter 14, verse 13. For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven, I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. I will sit up also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. Right, and that was his way of planning to do that is what? The RFID chip and the satellites. They have I think it was in 2014, if I'm not mistaken. They launched a group of they started a launch of a group of satellites called the Sentinel program. Sentinel satellites, right? Now the Sentinel satellites are responsible for monitoring everything in space, everything in the skies, on Earth, everything on the land, and everything underneath the water. When you look it up, I'll bring out the information and I'll share it on the screen. When you look it up, basically a sentinel is a watchman, right? If you remember a long time, the X-Men cartoon, they had the sentinels, right? Yeah. And then also in Matrix, they had the sentinels that they could see everything. They were the ones that like the octopuses that was seeing and hearing everything, right? So basically, that's what they launched. They launched a group of satellites called the Sentinel program. I'll bring it out after I finish reading the scripture and somebody take over again. They say the scripture said that we are wise to the wiles of the devil. You understand? It says, verse 14, I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. How are we doing that through the satellites and through the RFID chip? Right? Because they're going to try to run a census on the world population. Right? And then they're going to use their eugenics to bring it down to their estimated 500 million, which they deem to be the optimal among the human beings to be on the planet for continuity. Right? But the Most High is going to destroy the evil plan. Right? It says, yet thou shalt be brought down to hell. See? You're going to come down into that situation or place of being low and degraded, like how we were, like how we the Israelites are, right? Stressed out day by day, have to be drunkards. But the Native Americans, they anything with alcohol, they try to get intoxicated by, right?
Yeah, boy.
They come and they put drugs, drugs. Hey, they have, like, for example, where I work, they have some fellas they can't function. They go crazy if they can't smoke a weed in the morning. You know, they have to smoke a weed before they go, because what? You know, this is the things that they encourage the abuse of things to form to be sedated, but yet still they imprison you. They tell you it's wrong, but yet still they push the drugs and they push the guns and they push. Hey, this society is totally hypocritical from captain to cook, right? From the top come all the way down, right? All thieves, all liars, all seducers, all hypocrites. You have something to say, huh? Pasha?
No, go ahead.
Right. It says, verse 15, yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man? Is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake the kingdoms? You know, this is scripture, this is verse he was looking for, right? So is this the man? Is this the Edomite man? The fearless, you know, I just catch something I was going through the cable channel just now. And let's show what this guy, the guy who played Jason Bourne, I forget, Matt Damon, he's playing in a South African football league or rugby league or something like that. Right?
Yeah.
And they're showing you like this Edomite bodyguard, you know, you see them buff on it. The Israeli devils, you know. There's really Mr. Agent Smiths, right? Because they think you see them and they're all in the pride and the next as a flicking tree, you know, you see a next Edomite in his army gear, his full regalia, bulletproof vest in the army suit and shit. You know, you're watching it, is this the man? The proud Edomite man, the so-called muscle man, he's supposed to be the epitome of what? Strength,
Yeah.
American soldier is a strong, valiant man. That's what they making him come out look to be. Right? There's nothing better than an American soldier. And then they
Yeah.
make these soldiers what cyborgs now, as you was talking about the video that Apostle have put up, with the guy being
Yeah.
chipped. But when you add a mechanical or technical device to a human is what that cyborg, right?
Yeah.
So that's how they get strength. They have to be enhanced to get strength. But we're gonna get power through the spirit. We're gonna be spiritual beings with spiritual power, right? From the originator. We're not gonna
Huh?
we're not gonna need to be upgraded or to be updated, you know. But these are the things that they're gonna have to do, right? You want me to continue or stop there?
Hey, Job 20:11. His bones are full of the sin of his youth, which shall lie him in the dust. The man, look, I don't know why people trying to save this man. The man is destined for destruction. The man can't do nothing but wickedness. The man can't do nothing good at all.
Gan.
B.
Gan.
It says, though wickedness be sweet in his mouth. Hey, that look to seeing two faggots, a man change his sex. That he saw like that. He saw licky fingers like that. Yeah, that we want to see. You know what I mean? But to see we doing what we doing here, that like LSD, that like cayenne pepper. I can't take that. I can't take these niggers. I can't take these niggers.
So like yeah, the abomination these are.
Boy, cheese on bread, boy. It says, though he hurt it with his tongue, yeah, cause he's a serpent. When he talk, man, he's talk real smooth. He's talk real quick. You know what I mean? And you just get the seed.
You okay, Bob?
Huh?
Don't worry about that, Bob. Everything will be cool, Bob. Just you know, just keep calm. Keep calm, and they like to touch. They like to touch and pat you to reaffirm and give you confidence.
Yeah, boy.
There's faggots.
Hey, yeah, boy. Look, hey. It says, though his spirit. Look, man, I used to work in the hotel field, big man. I was a waiter here. I tell you, I used to go and serve these people, big man. I used to see that fake smile. I used to tell myself, yeah, but that smiling gentleman. Yeah, years ago, you know, the night I was 20 years old, you know. I said, yeah, but that smiling gentleman. You know, and I was working for that hotel for months, and I keep seeing this. I don't like these people, but I can't understand why. You know what I mean?
Gan.
And I tell the boss, look, man, look, I want to get demotion, man. I want to wash the rears, man. She said, yeah, but you know you get less money. I tell she, yeah, I know you get less money, but I don't want to be a waiter anymore. I want to wash the rears. She said, why? I said, I would quite prefer to be in the kitchen washing the rears. I tell she, I don't like them. I said, look, I want to go wash the rears. I'm done with that. I take the less money, big man, because I didn't want to be wrong then. I didn't want to be wrong then. No way understand why. You see, hey.
God,
Hey, it says, though his spirit forsake it not, but keep it still within his mouth. Yeah, that's Esau, boy. The man ain't easy, boy. Yet his meat in his bowels is turned. It is the gall of apes within him. He has swallowed down riches. Yeah, he took all of our riches, man. You know what I mean? If worldwide, he took all the resources that we trying to get over there now with Assad. He want that pipeline. He want that direct pipeline. You understand? But Big Brother Russia said, nah, you can't come in here, man. You can't come in here, man. You say?
I have a quick piece of here. This is Ezekiel 28, verse 3. Behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee, because he was the first archaeologist. You know, they search out all the scriptures, they search out all these things, they search out all the dynasties before, the kingdoms before, the Sumerians, the Babylonians, the Egyptians. They searched it all before, right? It says, with thy wisdom and with thine understanding thou hast gotten the riches and hast gotten gold and silver into thy treasures. Because they see knowledge is really power. You know? So they know who all these nations are. They know everything. Look, the other day they was fighting one of these African countries, boy. They were saying, hey, what you say? I think it was Ethiopia. They were saying, give us back our treasures, you know? All they have our treasures in your museums and things, but it's ours. It's about time we come back home. right? And some of them treasures is not even a matter of gold and silver, no, it's a matter of they had spiritual powers, right? That they had some level of spirituality towards the treasures. Because we had a so-called African guy, Boba, yeah, what up, Bob. Yeah, he from South Africa. He from Congo, not South Africa. He from Congo, and he's talking about this chair that they had, and anybody who sit down in the chair would speak any language in the world, right? And the Europeans came and they took that chair, right? But actually, he was telling me that, and even if I didn't believe that, now what went on, I was actually seeing this documentary on BBC. It was like a special on BBC, and the Ethiopians, I think it was saying that, you know, some of the treasures that they had strong and heavy spiritual belief in it. You know, if it's witchcraft to the left or if it's something spiritual from the right, I can't say. But they were saying that, you know, they just want back their stuff. And these devils telling them, well, here we see, they don't know if it's legal to give them it back. These fucking people thief their stuff and now they say they don't know if it's legal to give them it back. These men are the devil. This so-called white man is the devil. You know, they stole the stuff. And say they don't know if it's legal to give them back their own stuff.
But look, the steal America, right? I know all the so-called illegal immigrants was by the border wall here today as well. Wednesday, I think Monday, right? And they call them illegal aliens trying to get in our country.
The caravans that are coming up from South America. Yeah, and even watch they how to say they drafted people, so-called West Indians to Europe to fight in this, I think it was the Second World War, and then earlier last month they tried to repatriate them after so many years. They tried to send them back home. The Theresa May had
they got a monument here with all the soldiers near Spain. Lord really ain't go and look at that monument and they can film it. They can film the monument with all the soldiers, World War I or World War II that was drafted here. Go over there and fight that war.
Right? And then they say they want to send them back home. They want to send them back to the West Indies. When they made Europe their home or England their home for how much years? But I think Theresa May come and apologize, and I think that squashed that dead now. You know, these people, they are hypocrites. These real devils, boy. They're wicked bad. Oh, snap. We had some things on the comment board. Jeremiah 49 and 12. Anybody can get that? While somebody gets in that, I'll read this in Daniel, unless you have something out with her. You have something out with her?
Yeah, I got a couple of things. I read Jeremiah 49 and 12.
Yeah.
This Jeremiah 49 and 12. For thus said the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup, are surely drunken. Right? So they were speaking to the Israelites. You know, their judgment was not to drink from the cup, which is slavery. Right? Because we drink of it, we drink for it because we transgress the laws of the Heavenly Father. That shall altogether go and punish. Right? Start speaking to these devils. Right? And these are the heathen nation. Thou shalt not go and punish, but thou shalt surely drink of it. So all these nations are going to slavery. They're going to drink of the cup.
Yeah, just to speak on that in a minute. Hey, Esau boy, you got to pay, boy, you know. The federal babies are sharks, you know what I mean? The federal children are sharks. The federal children are alligators, you know what I mean? Butt breaking.
It showed pregnant women, menstruous women overboard on the ships. Yeah, they set the baby down. They sit the bellies down in the middle. They let the baby fall out. They stomp on the head. Right? The Native Americans, as a elder brother was bringing out, you know, I think it's the Redskins baseball team. That Redskins come from the Native Americans. They just skin them from the waist down, and where they like their leg skin as pants, right? They used to chop off the breasts of the Native American woman, right? Stuff it and throw it around. That's how they have the American football. That's where it came from, right? Oh, hey.
You know that spirit ain't left them, you know, because remember you upload a video with these three rabid police officers over that nigga woman, something in the States, man. When she the dress in a little short and lippy thing and a hash on the ground and it was arresting she.
God. Yeah, yeah. There's an
That spirit ain't left them, you know. That spirit ain't left them, you know.
there's an
You understand? Hey boy, look.
there was an there was Baltimore, right?
I have a quick scripture on that. This is
I think there was Baltimore, right?
this Sirach chapter 12 verse 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness.
No, I got white friends. I got white friends.
Yeah,
We just drink together. We just drink together, right? He gave me a car. He gave me a car. He gave me a car. He when I was homeless, he gave me a home. He gave me a house. Huh? The Lord said, never trust them, be. The scripture says, his children shall seek to please the poor, man. Because he's seeing in his spirit that something spiritual is happening worldwide, man. I hear they got brothers in Romania that waking up, man.
that's
You
right.
understand?
I hear someone spoke about that.
God, so I mean, there's a movement worldwide. You understand that Esau is afraid of me, and he trying his best to stop it or to be friends with certain black people. You understand? But no, the scripture says you better just read it. You can drink the cup that we drank and worse be. You gotta drink it. You gotta drink
That's
it.
right.
You gotta drink
That's
it.
right.
Because when you
It said-
did, man, you fed you fed babies to sharks, be. You know what a shark bite force, man. You know what an alligator bite force? 2,000 pounds of pressure, be. So that child had a chance. He had a fucking chance. You wanted you leather skin. You wanted lettuce. You wanted
Boots,
hey.
belts, bags. No? It says, though he humbleth himself and goeth crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou had wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust had not been altogether wiped away. Right? This is Psalms chapter 58, verse 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. Yeah? Their poison is like the poison of a serpent. They are like a deaf adder that stoppeth her ear, which will not hearken to the voice of charmers. Who is the charmers? We charming. And we saying, but we ain't charming, nothing good for them. Right? The wicked is the host of the wicked is the so-called white man. The host of the spirit of righteousness is the elect of the Israelites right now. Right? The whole nation will be the host of righteousness in the kingdom to come. Right? Which will not. Go ahead.
No, I was saying, how does Esau charm now? Esau charms by way of the media, by way of entertainment, by way of the television. You know what I mean? What he puts on the television, you internalize it, and you want and you follow after it subliminally. And people don't even understand that.
With witchcraft and enticement, witchcraft soothsaying. Is it? They show it in the movie Branded, right? The man in Branded, he came from America and he went to Russia. The whole of Russia, right? The nation was a slim nation on a certain type of diet, right? And he brought the American brand food across to Russia. And when he brought that food across to Russia, he turned the whole demographic of the people fat. All the people became fat, obese, unhealthy. And in real life, even if you don't want to take it for the movie, take it for real, because do some research a couple of years ago, around 2012-13, right? It didn't have American franchises in Mexico, right? And they carry across the American franchises like Burger King and McDonald's and things. And immediately, the Mexicans started to get what diabetes or arthritis and all these other diseases. These foods, these poisons, the witchcraft, the seduction. Hey, even by passing and smelling this shit in the air, That's a seduction. That's a form of witchcraft, right? These ventilation fans that they have put, that spirit of the smell of the food in the air. All that is part of the seduction. Like the witch boiling her potion in the cauldron, and you see the fumes of or the vapors coming up from off the cauldron, right? They're pushing up them vapors out there, right? Better come and drink of that potion, and that potion is a poison apple, like in Snow White. That is a poison apple, right? The Lord said in the scriptures, and He said, none of His words going to go void. He said, you shall eat what defiled bread amongst the heathen, right? The food is defiled. The marketing for whatever it may be is defiled because there's a seduction into death. And this is the campaign right through. Seduction, enticement to lure you in, right? They that worship the beast and its image, right? The Most High gonna pour out His wrath without indignation. You understand? 2/3 of the people gonna get caught up in this shit because they love this fucking place. They upholding this place with every last breath, right? This place crumbling, you know. This place done, you know. I had it here in Daniel chapter 2 to bring out. You know, I know you have a plethora. If I say the root.
But they're blind. Yes, 2,000 people, they're blind spiritually. They can't see it.
Let me just bring this.
Like
Daniel chapter 2 verse 41. And whereas thou sawest the feet and toes of the potter's clay and part of iron, the kingdom shall be divided, and there shall be in it of the strength of iron, for as much as thou sawest the iron mixed with miry clay, right? And the iron mixed with clay, but really and truly, iron can't mix with clay. Iron have to mix with iron. Iron have to be welded together with iron. Iron can't mix with clay. So this kingdom is moving apart. It's falling down. And you know what? It's always holding it together. The economy, the trade between nations using the American dollar. And these nations all of them turning away from the American dollar. So what is going to happen? This whole place going to crumble. And when it crumble and fall, what's going to be the remedy? Remember their method. They study their enemies and they repeat history. That's what they're doing. They repeat history because they learn guerrilla warfare from the Israelites. They learn the total art of war. Yeah, they learn the total art of war from the Israelites.
To witness, to
like what?
To witness. I just see message here. He said Yahweh Hashem Yahushai Brakatamak. See you.
All right, well, yeah, he'll pop up there now. He just out of slavery, right? Yeah. So they you ain't out of slavery yet, we still just off the plantation. Yeah.
Look. There was a video I can send with the Akin, right? Because you mentioned the food, the fun, right? There was a video out now. He got a machine, right? Full of like a grinding machine, right? A big grinding machine, right? And right? And I was saying he saw a big grinding machine, right? And he started to put coals and a horse in his grinding machine and grind these animals to make all sorts of things today. You say? I mean, if that cruelty, I don't know where his cruelty be. You know what I mean? That he saw running this earth be. You know what I mean? The food, the fuel, the water, the fuel, chemtrails in the air, more genetically modified foods coming in, seed, everything more seedless, right? Now people saying here now they want another 50 years, right? But in order for you to get another 50 years, your body got to be able to sustain good health. But if the food is less nutritious, your body is more cancerous. So you got more chance of deadly cancer now than 20, 30 years ago. So how you could get another 50 years when your body breaking down every day? I got hope. I got hope.
No nutrition, you know. It's drying up.
The people mind so what they get ready for election because the election call next month the 24th, right? This month here the 24th. So they get ready for election now, right? So a lot of people here getting deceived by bribery now, by these politicians now, right? Come and vote for me. We can make Barbados better. Barbados can't be no better with the elite running. There's this elite group of Edomites running this island called Barbados, and these people here don't even understand that. So this is just a waste of time. The debt through the roof. Everything is imported. You understand me? From America, right? And with the trade war going on, it's only a matter of time before it affects these smaller countries here, man. Cause we ain't got the power. We ain't got the power, right?
Well, KFC, the race KFC over here.
Like, I don't know if you can see it on the screen.
Yeah, God.
Yeah, that is it there, brother. Jeez, hey, that make my skin boil, boy. That make my blood boil, boy. I ain't an animal lover, right? I ain't an animal lover, but just seeing how it was tortured, right? Make my blood boil, you know what I mean? And a lot of the animals were sedated because I didn't hear them hollering out or nothing. You see? So
they was dead. There was dead animal act.
They was dead already.
What?
Yeah.
What just one? You think they wasn't all dead? Not living.
They living?
Hey, I got a precept right for that.
Look, that's when all these animals start to attack Esau, man. Hey, boy, these animals get revenge to be.
I mean, it's a wicked ass pig, but the pig trembling, the pig scared. You know? Where up, Byram?
Yeah, I got a precept. This is Proverbs 12 in verse 10. All right, it reads, "A righteous man regardeth the life of his beast, but the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel."
These are bread, man. These
Fine.
are bread, man. Huh?
Fine.
Because why a beast is value. It brings resources, right? It is riches. Once you got cattle and land, that's money right there. But look what Esau doing. The man destroying everything. The man destroying everything. The man's in harbinger of death. The man's in harbinger of death.
No. Here what? Because they do this for they torture the animals for a reason too, right? Because when the animal is scared and tortured, that's why the scripture says we eat defiled bread. They actually release different hormones and things into the blood, right? And when they release that into the blood, if you realize they're draining the blood separate, they're draining the blood, but they keep in the blood because there's use the blood, right? The elites use this blood, they drink this blood raw, make the blood puddings and all these different things, right? But they want when they torture the animals to get these different endorphins and hormones and things to be released into the blood before the animal is killed, right? They don't follow because the scripture describes how to deal with your beast. You know, basically they show it in the movie Avatar. You know, remember that movie Avatar?
Yeah.
Right? They show it. If it's the guy you just saw him he just took up a portion of the blood just now. You know, but these elites they partake of the blood, but they torture any animals. So even when you eat some of these animals, right? Because that fear and that torture went through them. Like you see how this pig is there now, right? And everything is released into the animal. What's happening is that you're putting them demons on you because it's already in the meat. You understand? It's already in the meat because they're inhumane. Well, they can't be humane to animals, but what's saying they can still treat them with dignity, as the scripture the brother just read. You can read it back, Papa Kosha.
Yeah, Khan. This is Proverbs 12 and verse 10. It reads, "A righteous man regard the life of his beast, but the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel."
Tender mercies of the wicked, which is really no mercy. They're not merciful at all. All right?
Yeah. Hey, I got that word from the tender mercies in the Strong's Blue Letter Bible when we bring it out in the Hebrew.
Go ahead.
It reads Strong's H 1756. It reads, Raham, and it means compassion. It means and that's a spirit. It says when you go into the Jusinius Hebrew lexicon, it reads womb. Now, what does it say about the wicked in the scriptures? The wicked are estranged from the womb, speaking lies. You know. So, just want to make that point.
I want to bring up. The. I was speaking about the light, right? So I want to bring up that sentinel satellite and show you. So you can go ahead in the meantime.
Piece of it is Ezekiel chapter 4 verse Ezekiel chapter 4 verse 13. He said, and the Lord said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whether I drive them. Right? So, you know, we food defile them, and everything that we eat, this devil defile it. You know, because this devil plans to destroy the nation of Israel. So once he destroy your food, he destroy your health. Right? So this devil plan, you know, destroy everything.
Huh.
But he can't destroy the elect, because that's what Yahweh Shai say, you know, he can't destroy the elect. Yahweh Shai say we can eat poisonous thing, but we're not gonna die, you know.
And that's what bothering Esau. That what bothering Esau to see. You still got out there. You know what I mean? There's a remnant according to the election of grace, man. That what bothering Esau be. Right? So what gonna happen now is when the scare tactics don't work, when the tracks don't work, that way he can physically move in. Understand? That is when the name of the Mosai is gonna be important. For all you there that say the name don't matter, for all you that throw the name of the Lord aside, when that day come, let me see who you can call upon, man. Let me see who you can call upon. Because you can't answer, you didn't get the knowledge, you can't answer, you didn't know.
Then call on myself.
Huh?
They can call on myself. Calling the daddy Esau. They can say we change.
If I let me get that quick, man.
They can say, oh, we change the doctrine. We didn't prophesy against you.
Hey, Judges 10 and 13. Yet ye have forsaken me and served other gods. Wherefore I will deliver you no more. Go and cry unto the gods which ye have chosen. Let them deliver you in the time of your tribulation. Because look, hey boy, let me start the lesson earlier. We started the lesson with all these false pastors, they telling a lot of lies, they ain't feeding Israel with the truth. We are the Lord's chosen people. Esau are the Edomites, and the Lord is coming back to redeem the elect of the nation of Israel. The time of Jacob's trouble is at hand. You understand? And we're gonna need, we gonna want a divine intervention in that day. You know the man got super soldiers. The man got animals that he created in a lab. Right? The man got disease, he can let go up on the earth. This man is gonna show his horns, B. So tell me what the fuck you can do when these things come to pass, B. What you can do? I got my little 22. Let he carry me. I got my little 22. Huh? I got my sword. That can do same with Esau. And the man got super soldiers. The man got super soldiers out there, B. The man got all kind of things out there. We're gonna need a divine intervention, B. From your shy boy.
Good.
Hey, go ahead, man.
There's a bunch of reprobate. This is Mark chapter 16, verse 17. And these signs shall follow them that believe in my name. Shall they cast out devils? The name is important. So you cast out devils if you say the name doesn't matter. Right?
Sir, 17 verse 10 say he the elect shall praise his holy name. So and it goes to this manifest that later is not of the elect. You know? Unless you repent. This is Matthew 24, verse 22. Except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. So that's why it seems as though it had 24. Yes, there's 24 hours on the clock, but the day is short. You know, you go to work, you're slave. By the time you come home and get something to eat, you bathe, you change, you probably you like get the gym in between there. You know, you pop up video, do a short read, and study is the next day. You know?
God, Thursday already.
Thursday already.
Sabbath was just Monday, you know, it's Thursday already. We headed towards the next Sabbath.
There's the 3rd of May, big man. You can imagine that? But hey, that's good, man. That's good. That's good.
True, brother will be visiting soon.
God.
Matter of fact, I got a precept on that. I brought this out a lot. This is Proverbs chapter 20. What is it, 28? Slakia. Boast not thyself.
Is that 27?
Is 27 in one? I know it's verse 1. Yeah, you got it. You want to read it or you want me to read it?
Yeah, I'll read it for you.
Yeah,
this
go
is
ahead.
Proverbs chapter 27, verse 1. He said, boast not thyself of tomorrow, for thou knowest not what may bring forth.
Yeah, so I mean, we know that the Lord of Lords, our King, is coming back like a thief in the night. And just as it says in 1 Thessalonians, the 5th chapter, when they shall say peace and safety and come in sudden destruction. What's the first wave of sudden destruction? Is Jacob's trouble. You know, we understand. The Lord said He revealed all things to us, so we know how to measure the times. You know that the famine of the word is coming, the mark of the beast. You know, all chaos, Jacob's trouble. In the midst of that, World War III is gonna be popping off, and then those missiles are gonna start flying. You know, I had a dream this morning of I was doing a video outside, and I looked up and I seen this huge missile. It looked like a plane. I saw it was a missile because it was flying, and then it started taking a U-turn downwards. And I got frightful and fearful, but at the same time, I was rejoicing, like, you know what I'm saying? Because right after that, boom, kingdom of heaven, you know?
That's right.
Yeah, boom.
I precept in. This is Ecclesiastes 8 and 5. He said, whoso keepeth the commandment shall feel no evil thing. And a wise man heart discern both time and judgment.
Yeah, all things are lawful, but not everything's expedient. Right now it's expedient that we push this word as long as we have the breath and the strength in us. I just wanted to bring out this real quick, Baba Kosha. The Sentinel program I spoke about today just now, right? So we go to Wikipedia, right? I don't know if you're all seeing the screen, right?
Gun.
Right, so Sentinel. Oh, Salakia. Not the Sentinel 2. Let me get the whole program. Sentinel 2 is just one satellite launch. Copernicus program. The Copernicus program, right? It says is the world's largest single Earth observation program, and is directed by the European Commission. So there's this Edomites person in Europe. So most likely the elites directly in partnership with the European Space Agency (ESA). It aims to at achieving a global, continuous, autonomous, high-quality, wide-range Earth observation capacity. Let me see if I can highlight today. Earth observation capacity. We are wise to the wise of the devil, right? So providing accurate, timely, and easily accessible information to, among other things, improve the management of the environment, right? Basically, they just go all that management shit is just to say that they're going to be monitoring us, right? Oh, Salakia, I think I have to just now because I realized that it's not doing this thing automatically anymore. All right.
But who even want to manage the earth? Wait a minute, man. Wait a minute, man. Wait a minute.
Like you see, it's not wow. You still just have this thing acting up right now. I'm not getting to
The devil don't sleep now.
just let me come out and go back in.
You know, the devil don't sleep. The devil give diligence and wickedness now.
Yeah,
It was coming up.
It's
yeah.
coming up.
I got precept real quick on that, real quick.
Oh, go ahead.
2 Corinthians, the second epistle of Paul the apostle to the Corinthians, all right? Chapter 2, verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, we're not ignorant of his devices. And we go into the word devices, it means nema, which means evil purpose.
Yeah, evil purpose. So this is the evil purpose, right? It says to improve management of the environment, understand and mitigate the effects of climate change, which is a lie, is a myth, and to ensure civil security. See? Civil security. They're going to do, hey, this Sentinel program is going to go hand in hand with them chips. Watch this. Definition. Dictionary.com. Definition, Sentinel. It says what? A person or thing that watches or stands as if watching. Right? Just like we are the watchmen for your house, watching me outside, the heralds, like the Silver Surfer, right? They're watching everything because they're in the seat playing as though they're
he lurks in a private places. Salakia.
Can.
Go ahead, brother. Salakia, go ahead.
A Solian station as a guard to challenge all comers and prevent a surprise attack, right? So basically, this going to go with what the chip like they show in that movie Minority Report, right? They could see everything and they had the little spider looking shit coming and checking because they could sense the heat, the body temperature, and this devil he lied down in the tub full of water. Tom Cruise, remember that in the movie, right? So it's basically the same thing. Let me see if I can get some more meat out of it. It says its cost during 1998 to 2020 are estimated about 6.7 billion euros, with around 4.3 billion spent in the period of 2014 to 2020, and it's shared between EU 66% and ESA 33%, with benefits of data of the EU estimated are roughly 30 billion. All right, the money doesn't matter. Let me skip down a little bit. It says development of the Sentinel mission. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, these are the amount of satellites that they're going to send up. 6 satellites, right? With each Sentinel mission costing at least 2 satellites, and Salakia is 6 mission or flights to launch the satellites, right? And some like Sentinel-1 consists of 4 satellites. They will also provide instruments for MTG, which is Meteostat series of satellites that geostationary meteorological satellites, right? So they're dealing with the weather, operated by EMUstat or EUME Stat. Yeah, EMUstat under the Meteostat Transition Program, MTP, and Meteostat second generation, right? You could, but that's who interested to go deeper into it.
I got precept.
Go ahead.
This is Psalm 64 and verse 5 to 6. It says, they encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privately. They say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep.
It's deep. Right? But the elect seeing them, right? I just skip down because I mean it's plenty to read, so I'll skip down. The objective is to use multi-source data to get timely and quality information, services, and knowledge, and to provide autonomous and independent access to information in relation to the environment, security on a global level. So you see, this has to go in with the chip. This has to go into the chip. In other words, it will put all together all information obtained by Coponius environmental satellites, air and ground stations to provide comprehensive picture of the health of the Earth. The geoparticle information services offered by the Coponius can be grouped into 6 main interacting themes: land, ocean, emergency response, atmosphere, security, and climate change. You see? The first 3 Coponius services under the land head. What the prophecy said? Right? The challenge was that if they can measure the depth of the land, the depths of the sea, and the depths of space, right? Under the land, ocean, and emergency response teams, and 2 additional services addressing the atmosphere and security teams were unveiled at Coponius Forum held in Lille in September 2008. Right, the Coponius builds upon 3 components: the space component, observation satellites associated with ground segment with missions observing land, atmospheric, and oceanographic parameters. This comprises 2 types of satellite missions: ESA 5 families of dedicated Sentinel space missions, a mission from other space agencies called contribution missions. In STIU measurements, ground-based airborne data gathering networks provided information on oceans, continental surface, and atmosphere service to users. Right? So that basically, they're all about monitoring everything, and that's how they're playing God. They sit in the seat going back to 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. Right? Sit in the seat of God, playing that there is God, but he's not God, he's a man. He's a man, right? We come back to you.
Yeah, there's one of Eastside trademark in these last days: security. You can find more. He's speaking about security and the safety of the people. All as well. That's craftiness. Right? I got something here. This Psalm 7 and 14. Behold, he travailed with iniquity, falsehood, right? And this devil plan. This devil does. He's going to say he travailed with mischief, with iniquity, you know. There's sins. He travailed with sins, you know. You understand? And had conceived mischief, and this we do, you know. He said he make a pit and diggeth it, and is fallen into the ditch which he made. Right? He said his mischief shall return upon his own head, and violence dealing shall come upon his own plate. Right? So he just digging his own pit. You know, all this thing that he doing, you know, he digging his own pit. You know, because he ain't considering, hey, these things what I do, I'm gonna be judged for these things. He even considering that. You know, he just keep going and going, and that's why this devil need to be stopped. And there's only one way the devil can be stopped: eradicate this devil.
Yeah.
There's no negotiating. There is no saying, "Oh, give a chance." Nah, this devil knows. This devil just know one thing: is just destroy, corrupt, destroy, corrupt. That's how the Most High program me. You understand? So you gotta be eradicated.
I got scripture here. Psalms chapter 10, verse 8. He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages, in the secret places doth he murder the innocent. His eyes are privately set against the poor. That's Esau, boy. His whole agenda is the children of Israel, be right? He says, he lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lieth in wait to catch the poor. He doth catch the poor when he drive him into his net. No. The way how he can catch the poor is with this RFID chip, boy. That, remember, that's a major prophecy there. That's how he can catch the poor, be. You understand? It says, he croucheth and humbleth himself, that the poor may fall by his strong ones. You see, that's Esau. That Esau agenda. You know what I mean? He have said in his heart, the Most High have forgotten. He hideth his face, he will never see it. So Esau really feel that the Lord forget the nation of Israel. You understand? But the Lord said different. The Lord said differently. Right? This is the book of Salaki a minute. Isaiah 49 and Salakia is one that says, can a woman forget her sucking child? Yet they may forget.
That's Isaiah 49:12. Check Isaiah 49:12.
Yeah. I got it. Can Isaiah 49:15. Can a woman forget her sucking child, that she should not have compassion on the son of her womb? Yet they may forget, yet will I not forget thee. Lord didn't forget we be. Lord's eyes are still on the nation of Israel be.
That's right.
His aim is to deliver the elect. You understand? So all Esau agenda, you know what I mean? To come against the poor, right? The main, what really harping upon is the mark of the beast, that great deception. You understand? That great deception, that we merely harping upon. Because that can be the hour of
Temptation.
Of temptation, can't the water. That can be the hour of temptation. Be when you can't swing your car no more to go to point A to point B. When your fridge empty, you know what I mean? Your bank account empty. Esau can come with his smooth words. He can come with his smooth words. You know what I mean? Just take the chip. Ain't nothing wrong with it. You can get your money back. You can get your house back. You can get your car back. You know who Esau is too. He's moved real smooth and cunning. You understand? But the Lord said, if you take that chip, you go on through the others, be meaning you destroyed. You're supposed to trust in the Lord with all your heart, be. That's what you're supposed to do. And it starts now. It starts now, be. So whatever trials you're going through, it starts now to keep trusting in the Lord, be. You understand?
God.
Go ahead.
Hey, let me play this little minute clip, because it goes right into this Sentinel satellite system that Barah was bringing out, you know, because this is what's coming down to.
We're actually thinking of a sixth, and that would be the Space Force. Does that make sense?
And you heard what he just said? He just said the sixth, right? Devil, man. Bring that back real quick. I'm gonna let it play out.
Thinking of a sixth.
Of a sixth.
And that would be the Space Force. Does that make sense? The Space Force, General. You probably haven't even heard that. I'm just telling you now. This is perhaps because we're getting very big in space, both militarily and for other reasons. And we are serious.
What's the other reasons? What's the other reasons, man?
God.
What's the other reasons, man?
Guys, I gotta be something.
Go ahead, lock him. Go ahead.
They're trying to fight Yahweh Shai.
That. Go ahead. Salakia, man. Salakia. Go ahead.
You got precept, or you want me to play it?
I'm already precept.
Go ahead.
This Revelation 19:19. And I saw the beast and the king of the earth and their armies gathered together to make war against him that sat on the horse and against his army.
And it goes right into 2nd Ezra 13th chapter. So that validates the Apocrypha, man.
God.
You look at the faces of the dads behind you, you're like, he kind of just chucked it out there.
Yeah.
He's seriously concerned. A Space Force, okay? Any thoughts on this, Ed? Look, he says that Russia and China are already beating us when it comes to capabilities in space. He says that's going to be the next area for conflict, and you may well be right. But what would a Space Force do? I mean, astronauts out there? With guns? with ray
Well, think
guns?
satellites as well, right?
Yeah.
So you can see that's a big opportunity for the United States.
True, but remember when Ronald Reagan proposed the missile shield, Star Wars, it was ridiculed. But that's exactly what we've ended up getting, actually.
Right.
It wouldn't surprise me 20 years down the road to have a Space Force that actually does something or works. They'd have cool uniforms.
Yeah.
That's right. Next case. Okay.
You know, so basically, you know, what I want to say about that is, you know, it's his pride deceiving him. You know.
God.
So what you have is he's doing the will of the Lord, because he's not really caring about what China, what Russia's doing. You know, he's so prideful and so what's the word? He's so powerful in might that what he's thinking about is fighting God, man. That's how powerful the U.S., America, Babylon the Great is. Like, okay, China, all right, Russia, we'll just throw sanctions on you through the SWIFT system, the money system, where all the transactions and sanctions go through, and we're just gonna worry about a space war with the Lord and the angels, man. This is what it's coming down to.
Come on. This is Luke 18 and 14. It says, I tell you, this man went down to his house justified rather than the other. For everyone that exalted himself shall be abased, and he that humbleth himself shall be exalted. So who humbled himself? The saints of the Lord. And who exalted himself? The so-called white man, the Edomites. So they're going to be what? Abased. Right?
You're about to be last, man. You're about to be last, man. Romans 9 and 17. For the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee, that my name might be declared through all the earth. Hey, the Lord only hardened Esau's heart to show that majestic power that he crack these stones and come across this one realm into another realm, man. Hey, we are about to see some. Lord willing, I want to see it. I want to see this. Then I want to see that portal open. And I want to see the chariots come over here. You know what I mean? I want to see Esau bug out. I want to see these women fall. I want to see that. Hey, big man. I want to see that. I want these eyes see that there be. I want to see that, boy. I want to see that. I want to see the man begging and crying. Because the scripture says, look up and lift your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh me. I want to see that the Lord is going to, hey, but we can see some things like never before, boy. Lord willing, boy. I tell you, boy, we can see some power, boy. Gee. Hey, boy.
That piece of your question.
Go ahead.
Yeah, this is chapter 25 or Psalm 7. There be 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that had joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy.
So, yeah, man. Hey, boy. For the wickedness the man doing in the earth, you know what I mean? And the scripture says, he that toucheth you, toucheth the apple of his eye. The Lord want, and the Lord want pay back me. And the Lord said, vengeance is in his heart too. Jeez, hot bread, boy. Hey, this whole earth is shake. The motors get dropped. Look, the power that can hit this earth, boy. I want to see that. That's what we living and breathing for, you know, to see the return of our Lord. We living and breathing to see the return of our Lord, big man. Or come back with him, however the law is. But that's we living and breathing for me, to see the kingdom of heaven, big man. You know what I mean? To get out of these frail bodies that get sick. You ain't gonna get early to go work or work 2 jobs, you know what I mean? Or you can't get to work. You gotta be stressing yourself every day. Now we want redemption, man. We want the real repatriation, man.
That's right.
We want the real repatriation, man. Not this down 40 acres and a mule. You fucking do with a mule with a big concrete roll me. I ain't gonna pay taxes for every fucking year. I ain't gonna pay taxes every year. I'll get here. Right? And what you do with a mule with big concrete? I can't do nothing without it.
They can't even eat it. It's too stuck. Hey, this is Isaiah 54 and 17. No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. Right. This is the heritage of the servants of Yahweh, and their righteousness is of me, saith Yahweh.
Right.
I wanted to, as we on the devil so hard, I wanted to bring up that next thing, because he trying to, as he's sitting in his seat, puts you into Second Thessalonians, as he set up position as though he is God, right? This is what he's doing. He's trying to remedy the judgment of the Lord, because the Lord, right? When people born into sickness, like paralysis, palsy, polio, some of these diseases, these are the old diseases of Egypt, which is in Deuteronomy 28. Let me get that real quick. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 58. It says, if thou wilt not observe to do all the words of this law that are written in this book, that thou mayest fear this glorious and fearful name, Yahweh thy power, then the Lord will make thy plagues wonderful, and the plagues of thy seed, even great plagues. So you see, plagues of your seed, so your seed gets born and it can be so-called retarded, right? So-called deformed, right? The plagues of thy seed, even the great plagues of long continuance, and sore sickness and of long continuance. Moreover, he will bring upon thee all the diseases of Egypt, which thou wast afraid of, and they shall cleave unto thee, and also every sickness and every plague which is not written in the book of this law. Them will the Lord bring upon thee until thou be destroyed. So you have things like epilepsy, right?
Yeah.
What they call leprosy, which is them bumps on the skin, is not true leprosy. We know what leprosy is, pushing into the scripture, right? All these different diseases, as what the old diseases and the new ones: AIDS, Ebola, syphilis, gonorrhea. No, gonorrhea is an old thing, because in the scripture is actually running. Right in the scripture, all these different sickness, right? Esau is trying to take it, play God, and take it away. Let me show you this real quick. This is a program that they have. I'm going to put it up me here.
CRISPR-Cas9 system is a tool cutting DNA at a specific targeted location. Technique has already revolutionized. Scientists
So, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, huh?
You see, it's a gene editing program. It's a system that they have where they got edited genes. So like how you can edit a video and cut out the part you don't want and join it to the next part. They're trying to cut out diseases, cut out the sicknesses from the DNA, and then put in what they want. If they want it to be taller, if they want it to have green eyes, if they want it to have blue hair. You understand? This is what these devils looking about. This is what they're doing, not looking to do. This is what they're doing.
CRISPR-Cas9 has been adapted into a powerful tool for genomic research. There are two components to the system: a DNA cutting protein called Cas9, and an RNA molecule known as the guide RNA. Bound together, they form a complex that can identify and cut specific sections of DNA. First, Cas9 has to locate and bind to a common sequence in the genome called a PAM. Once the PAM is found, the guide RNA unwinds part of the double helix. RNA strand is designed to match and find a particular sequence in the DNA.
You see how they're playing God? You see how these people, you see how these devils playing God?
That's why I read earlier, he can deceive the poor. With these same devices here, he can deceive the poor, boy. You know what I mean? That ain't got trust in the Lord. You can get them, man. You can get them.
Because they believe that the doctors can do everything. I was listening to the radio today, right? And they was talking about Marshall Montano, right? He like, this as a procedure on his knee. So they saying there's they call it his like he jumping and like he can't, like he falling down now. You know, so they saying there's nothing, man, he'll recover. He you know, so much years he jumping and splitting and thing, and he do a procedure on the knee. So right now he in recovery mode and he keep pushing himself and thing, and they give an excuse. But they basically saying, but don't worry, he do a surgery on it, or you do the procedure on it, so you come back just now. They put the trust in these doctors. They put the trust in them. You know?
Yeah.
I'm gonna just finish it off real quick.
Yeah, well, he taking away disease, you know. That's heavy sorcery, you know.
Can't.
Adding more disease because you corrupting it, you destroy it.
Can't.
So he taking away no disease. This devil gotta fucking go.
Can't.
Cas9 can cover this. Its two nuclear domains each make a nick, leading to a double-strand break. Although the cell will try to repair this break, the fixing process is error-prone and often inadvertently introduces mutations that disable the gene. This makes CRISPR a great tool for knocking out specific genes.
Don't fall from heaven, or Lucifer. Huh? He really can talk.
Cutting domains.
That way you got so much atheists too, right? Believing in they rather believe in science than believe in all what God is talking about. No, science is the way, man. We can cure all diseases.
Scripture says science of course they call.
Can. You know, we can cure any disease. We can make your child with green eyes. We have the power to do, you know, that how Esau is be. So now you can see more atheists rise up, man. You know what I mean? And again, the mark of the beast, that's a vital role in this equation. That's a real vital role. If when you see the trailer, Upgrade, I suggest you watch the trailer, Upgrade, and you will see how he made a man that was paralyzed walk again and made him with superhuman strength. You understand? That Esau be, because the man feel he's God now be. You know what I mean?
I got precept it.
God.
Yeah, they say you take away sin, take away disease. We get disease because of sin. So how we can take away disease? And when we sin, this is when the Most High is added unto us. Right? It's Ecclesiasticus chapter 30. Like my son, in thy sickness be not negligent, but pray unto the Lord, and he will make thee whole. Leave off from your sins, and all thy hands all right, and cleanse thy heart from all wickedness. And that's how we get. That's how we plagued with disease. And we keep sinning. Most I can keep plaguing we with disease. Tell me Deuteronomy 28 that all this disease gonna follow us because we refuse to hearken unto him. So all this sorcery, he can't take away no disease. He's not a disease himself. He needs to be taken away. He's the disease that needs to be taken away.
Can't. Yeah. I want to show you all something real quick again, right? Because I spoke to you all. I told you all about the movie Branded, right? Where and actually as you were saying it, they said again. They talk about the sorceries, all right? So watch the movie Branded now. This is a quick clip from watching the movie Branded, and this is actually this way you're seeing here. This thing that you seen off the side of the man.
Yeah.
This is the man who that man just saw there with the bears, right? What he actually did, he actually went and did witchcraft. He sacrificed a cow, right? To a certain demon or whatever it is. He gave an offering and burned the cow, whatever. And this here that you're seeing here, that red and white, that is the demon. That is the spirit. That is the spirit that come upon this man. Because the man with the beard, when he did a sacrifice, he was given the ability to market anything. He could market anything and make the people buy. So what he did now, after he did that sacrifice, right? He was actually able to see the demons or the spirits that jump on the people. He changed the whole demographic of Russia. The people were slim, skinny people, and he brought that spirit of confusion and the demonic lust and desire and gluttonous on the people, and they started now to wanted whatever product he branded. You see the demon behind his neck, behind the neck of the boy too. Whatever product, right? He's selling, or he branded, or he marketed. The people would get the spirits would possess them. I'm playing the audio, but the boy saying that he would basically want. Let me see if I get the audio. Alright, I didn't get the audio real loud. But basically, whatever he said, whatever product he market, The spirits are coming upon the people, right? There's this spirit neck, you know. Them spirits having you locked in to come and buy the product, you know. You want the product, so he's showing you that burger. That's his spirit, drawing them back to the burger. The little boy is getting on bad for the burger. The man that you saw in the beginning was getting on bad for the burger, you know. But he could see the spirits. Everybody else can't see the spirits,
Oh.
you know. So that's what's going on. You see, so you see the two people walking on the street there. You see some over their back.
Yeah,
Something
yeah.
that he brought again, the spirits,
Okay.
right? So that's what he's so doing, and that's what they're doing. They're marketing now the RFID chip to be convenient. The way
Right.
forward to the future, right? You see, and it's showing you that it's multiplying and it's going up, you know, because he
Yeah.
feed the spirit, he feed the spirit. So that it
Yeah.
all goes back to what the scripture say. It said, be in the world, but not of the world. Use the world, but don't abuse the world, right? Because you can feed yourself the wrong spirits. Daily, right? Let me see if this is an ad here. Just this is our next. This is supposed to be our next clip from the movie. See what it's saying here?
Go to sleep.
Go to sleep. Can. I don't remember this being part of the movie though. I don't really remember this being part of the movie. Yeah, I don't remember this being part of the movie, but basically you're getting the drift. The gist of the thing is that the whole thing is demonic. The whole thing is demonic, right? Well, this is part of the movie here, yeah. Well, this is part of the movie. Let's see. You can check it. You can check it out, the whole thing on YouTube. But the apostles and they spoke about this movie at a point in time too. You know, it's the spirit. So we had I mean, it playing this thing really playing to the elect, you know. This thing really playing to the elect, until the rest they were really blinded. You know, like when he's been awarded for what for marketing. You know, for bringing the American brands to Russia. You know. But there's the main tactic that ISO is using right now. Get the people desensitized and comfortable with chipping. You see? So that's the spirit, that's the demon. Now he can see all the demons. Because he did his sacrifice to the left hand side. He can see the different. You see, they are hidden forces. See the words? They are hidden forces. Control our world. You know? And it's funny because the main characters, the conspirators, they were Edomites. The ones that was paying him, they were Edomites. The ones that betrayed him and imprisoned him, they were Edomites. You see, Coca-Cola was one of the main brands too. You know, there's a pork the share. He was that Edomite, and you see, that was one of the demons there. That dragon there, you just see flying there. All them is demons. All them is spirits. Probably different brands. See? Well, that's the point there. So I'm bringing it back to you.
Ephesians 6 and 12, we wrestle against flesh and blood, against principalities, powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Now we are battle, boys. That's the battle we got to deal with. Wherefore, take unto you the whole armor of yourself, that ye may be able to withstand, and have it all to stand. Have it got because out there in the world, it's an agenda against us, and wicked spirits and demonic forces of war. You know what I mean? That's it. But let me see this stand there for having the Lord's good ability to say that is knowledge, that is wisdom here. Having on the breastplate of righteousness, on your feet shod with the preaching of the gospel of peace. Above all, taking the shield of faith. So what that faith whenever you bring home and all the elite troubles because you fear in some form of opposition, some form of demon. Right? You shall be able to take all the fiery darts into the wicked. Hey, because they can come every day. They can come. They battle against the flesh and the spirit. So, this world is fleshly. This world caters to the flesh. This world caters to that taste. This flesh caters to that taste. Like here, the flesh, you know what I mean? But the scripture says walking in the spirit. You know what I mean? And you should not fulfill the lust of the flesh. You know what I mean?
That's right.
So in other words, you're gonna walk with this in your mind every day. You know what I mean? Your thoughts every day. You know what I mean? If not, you can fall, but you'll be aside. You know what I mean? So you gotta be grounded and settled. You know what I mean?
I have a quick precept. This is Galatians chapter Galatians chapter 5 verse 17. For the flesh lusted against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh, and these are contrary the one to the other, so that he cannot do the things that he would.
You see why it's important to fast too? Because when you fasting, you afflicting your flesh. You make your spirit stronger. You know what I mean? You make your spirit stronger in this wicked world, you understand? And that's one of the tools Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai gave us. You know what I mean? To fast, pray. That's that connection between us and the Most High getting stronger when we fast and pray.
I have one more for you. This is Romans chapter 7 verse 14. For we know that the law is spiritual, but I am carnal, meaning that he's in the flesh, soul under sin. Right? So the flesh is sin. Right? For that which I do, I allow not. Right? Because in the flesh we do things that we know that are not right. Right?
Right. Yeah.
For what I would, that do I not. What you think that we would really like to do for Yahweh Shai, we can't do. Right? For example, basically we had to wear these abominable clothes. We don't want to, but we can't afford not to. Right? But that's just a small example, but what I hate, that do I, right? If then I do that which I would not, I consent unto the law that it is good. No, then there is no more that I do it, but sin that dwelleth in me. For I know, that in me, that is in my flesh, right, dwelleth no good thing. For to will is present with me, but how to perform that which is good, I find not. Right? For the good that I would, I do not, but the evil which I would not, that I do. Now, if I do that I would not, it is no more that I that do it, but sin that dwelleth in me. I find then a law that when I would do good, evil is present with me. For I delight in the law of Yahweh after the inward man. But I see another law in my members, warring against the law of my mind, that bringing me into captivity to the law of sin, which is in my members. O wretched man that I am, who shall deliver me from the body of this death? Yahweh Shai. Right? Because when he comes, he's going to bring healing in his wings, which is the chariot. In order to go up in the chariots, we need to be transformed. Right? Say, O wretched man that I am, whom shall deliver me from this body of death? I thank Yahweh, through Yahweh Shai, Mashiach, our Lord. So then, with the mind, I myself serve the law of Yahweh, but with the flesh, the law of sin. Now, when the scripture says, let not the sins weigh you down, right? There's in the Apocrypha, let not the sins weigh you down. We just had to keep. I did a video, I think this morning, It's called persevere. To stand strong, to hold fast. Because basically Satan coming in all forms to keep us down. So what to the Akim right here. This same Akim right here that upheld me when Satan was plaguing my mind heavy. You know? He come and saying that, hey, you ain't worthy, you ain't strong, you ain't it's not part of this thing, but guess what? The same time, the Akim, I didn't tell you all anything, but you were sending me that vibration of strength. So what are you about Shimmy or Shy for the Akim for that? No? To keep
this word is all we got, brother.
You know
what I mean?
And it goes
we got, and
it goes to show how spiritual it is. Because the connection there, even though it's an unspoken word, the connection there that brothers will just say and send the right scriptures to exhort and to lift up and to bring you back in the right spirits. You see, when we see the movie Branded showing you the wrong spirits, the spirits in the flesh, we have the brotherhood and the fellowship of the brotherhood to bring you back into the right spirit, to give you back that strength, that confidence, that wisdom, that stability.
Yeah, I got precept for you.
Go ahead.
This is Isaiah 57 and verse 15. It says, I'll just get to the point. Verse 15, it says, "But thus saith the high and lofty one that inhabiteth eternity, whose name is holy. I dwell in the high and holy place, with him also that is of a contrite and humble spirit, to revive the spirit of the humble, and to revive the heart of the contrite ones." And that's going into that new covenant, that new heart of flesh that we yearn for. That we crying out and sighing and crying and mourning to Abba Father, Abba Nawa, to send the comfort, send Yahweh Shai, Because this place is hell, man, like we're men, we're in this flesh. We don't cry like that, but our spirit be crying, bro, in our sleep. Lies, being subject to payments, not being able to get every single kind of thing for our family, being able to do what we want to do to be a man in this world. But this place ain't for a man of the Lord. You see, we're supposed to lose on this side, so we have to take it with gladness. When we're brought to a lower state. If we might lose our job, if we might lose our girlfriend, our wife, our children, our family, our fathers, our mothers, because that's what it takes to be a disciple of the Lord, knowing that death is nothing. All right, when you die, your spirit goes back to the Heavenly Father, and that's it. We have to be rugged. We have to be soldiers.
I come to that reality every day more and more, B. You understand? Every day more I come to that reality. You see, when I examine my surroundings and my daily travels, man, hey, bring the kingdom, B. You know what I mean? It's like I come to that realization more and more. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
This is Matthew 26 and 41. He said, "Watch and pray that he enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak."
If I could just add on that, when you're hungry and you see a whole plate of curry, chickpea, squash, roti, you want to tear that up.
God.
but you're trying to fast for the Lord. Don't tell men when you're fasting. Don't say, "Oh, I'm fasting today. I'm fasting for 2 days." No, you keep that secret between you and the Father, and He'll reward you openly. So it's a battle, brothers.
God, hey, Romans 8 and 26. It says, "Likewise, the Spirit also helpeth our infirmities, for we know not what we should pray for as we ought, but the Spirit itself maketh intercession for us with groanings which cannot be uttered."
I had it on pause. I was just waiting for the opportunity. I don't know. Holy Spirit.
Hey, I mean, look, real thing, look, man. In this life, boy, all we got is this word and this truth. You know what I mean? Your brotherhood and your Yahweh Shem, Yahweh Shai be. That's all we got. So, days I start sending Akim precepts. You know what I mean? How I feel. You know what I mean? To strengthen the Akim. It's like because we as men we need it. You know what I mean? Because the spirit really grown into the more side. You know what I mean? That way Paul said he would rather be with the Lord than to be here. but it's needful for me to be here because I got this work to do. You know what I mean? We come into that scene steady, slowly and surely every day, B. You know what I mean?
Yeah, precept. This is Malachi chapter 3, verse 16. He said, then they that fear the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, speak often one to another. And the Lord Yahweh hearkened and heareth it. And a book of remembrance was written before him. He said, for them that fear the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and that thought upon his name. He's going back in the name. Right? He said, and they shall be mine, said the Lord Yahweh of hosts, in the day that when I make up my jewel, and I will spare them as a man spared his own son that serveth him. Then shall he return and discern between the righteous and the wicked, between him that serveth Yahweh Hashem Yahushai and him that serveth him not.
Come. I have this one real quick. This is Romans 16:25. It says, no, to him that is of power to establish you according to my gospel and the preaching of Yahushai Mashiach according to the revelation of the mystery, right, which was kept secret since the world began. So we have something special. We have the revelation of the mystery. We have the book with the seals broken, unlike Creflo Dollar, TD Jakes, and all these other bitches, false pastors, right? But now it's made manifest, right? So it's made manifest to us and through us, and by the scriptures of the prophets, according to the commandment of the everlasting power, made known to all nations for the obedience of faith, right? So it's even the trying is manifesting of who we are as the prophets, reading from the prophets, you know, the priest reading from the priest, right?
I got a precept real quick on that, brother, just to build upon that. This is Genesis 22 and verse 11, and you know, just because like we're literally sacrifices, walking sacrifices to the Lord, you know, we're like ghosts in this like society, you know. But this is Genesis 22 and verse 11. It says, and the angel of the Lord called unto him out of heaven and said, Abraham, Abraham. And he said, here am I. And he said, lay not thine hand upon the lad, neither do thou anything unto him. For now I know that thou fearest the Most High, seeing thou hast not withheld thy son, thine only son from me. You know, and then it goes on to, you know, show how the Lord gave him a ram. So that's pretty much us, because some of us are gonna, unfortunately, but also fortunately, have to suffer and die for this truth. But so be it, and be martyrs for the word and the name of the Lord. But also the then Yahushua shall rise first, and there's some here that are not gonna taste death. And then they're gonna be brought to the kingdom of heaven, eternal life.
Yeah.
So we
have nothing to fear, have nothing to hold back, because really actually have nothing on this side. Because going back, I did a video on that today too. Going back on, think of Job. Job lose one and was given double. You understand? What you have to lose, even if you lose what you have on this side, you lose everything and yourself. It's for all righteousness' sake, counted up for righteousness' sake. The Most High didn't see it fit that you be first in the flesh. However it is, the Most High is the author and the finisher, right? Yahweh Shem Yahushai, right? But you come back, you're gonna have double. You're gonna be in peace. You're gonna have your wealth. You're gonna have your authority. You're gonna have your power. You know. So if it's a matter, it's a matter. It doesn't matter. You have nothing to lose. Right now, we have nothing to lose, but all to gain. But to die, if we have to die for Yahweh Shem Yahushai, but to strive for the truth until death. I just want to touch back on what they said, as we as ghosts in this kingdom here right now, because we don't walk as with the grain, right? As I say, we don't go with the grain, we don't go with the flow, we go against the flow, right? This is what's going to result out of it. It says, Wisdom of Solomon chapter 2, I want to say verse 10. Let us oppress the poor and the righteous man. This is so-called white man, the wicked man, right? And who's the poor? The Israelites, right? Let us not spare the widow nor reverence the ancient grace of the age. They did this during slavery and they're doing this now, and they're gonna come back hard in the time to come, time of Jacob's trouble. Right? Let our strength be the law of justice, for that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth. So they done already manipulating the court system, because the scriptures already said in 2 Ezra chapter 11 that they didn't rule with justice basically.
Right.
There's no justice in the laws, right? The law is partial. Their laws favor the rich and the Edomite, right? And put the slave in submission and in prison, right? It says, verse 12, therefore let us lie in wait for the righteous, because he is not of our third, and he is clean. Contrary to our doings, he upbraided us with our offending the law, right? And objected to our infamy and transgressing of our education. So the word infamy means what? Bad repute, right? Because they're really bad. Well, look at the track record. The track record show Christopher Columbus, Cristobal Colon, that lying thief, right? The conquistadors, and Alexander the Great, or the creep, Caligula. All these men come all the way down. All these Edomites come all the way down. You're Donald Trump, It says he professed to have a knowledge of God, of the Most High, and he called himself the child of the Lord, right? He was made to reprove our thoughts. He is grievous unto us to behold, for his life is not like other men's. His ways are of another fashion. We are esteemed of him as counterfeits. He abstained from our ways. Yeah, we don't celebrate their feasts and the festivals. As from filthiness, he pronounceth the end of the just to be blessed, and he maketh boast that Yahweh is his father.
Right.
Let us see if his words be true, and let us prove what shall happen in the end of him. Go ahead.
Yeah, we just read it. Let us see.
Yeah. Let us see if his words be true, and let us prove what shall happen in the end of him. So he testing us, and Yahweh Shai is also testing us.
And Yahweh Hashem Yahshua using date to test us.
Can. Right? So it says,
how that can manifest to is the hour of temptation again. You understand? That's how it can manifest. Remember Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, man? That's my favorite.
Right.
Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, when they said that they ain't bowing to the image, they still I trying to remember the scripture now. Daniel, like him, man. Daniel chapter 3, verse. I can start at. There's my favorite scripture. There's my favorite scripture. Daniel 3:10. Thou, O king, has made a decree that every man that shall hear the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, sackbut, psaltery, and dulcimer, and all kinds of music shall fall down and worship the golden image. Now, when they make the chip mandatory, you can't buy or sell unless you have this chip. You see?
And
whoso falleth not down and worshipeth that, he should be cast into the midst of a burning fiery furnace. Yeah, B. So that could be the same thing for us men that, we ain't taking that chip. So
that's right.
So they can't get rough. So look, we gotta put them in the death, man. Let us try and see if they have if they are what is created again. Let us try and see if they are of the Most High, man. It says Daniel 2:3. Just get to the point here now. And I can start. I can go to 16 now. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego answered and said to the king, O Nebuchadnezzar, we are not careful to answer thee in this matter. So the men named soft spoken, the men named who about nothing. The men said, look, here we can tell you now, man. Right? If it be so, our power whom we serve is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace, and he will deliver us out of thy hand, O king. But if not, this is the part that's taken to me. But if not, be it known unto thee, O king, that we will not serve thy gods, nor worship the golden image which thou hast set up. Hey, so there come a time where our temptation again. You understand? You can be fierce with that. Your woman can be crying in your ears. We can't eat. Go and get the thing now that we get said to eat. Your children can be bawling. But you ain't hungry. I'm hungry. You understand? Then in ears. You know what I mean? That them demons know what you can do. You understand? They can fall. They can fall and give heed to that temptation, or you can stand stiffly for the name of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man. That way it can come down there. It can come down there.
So like a quick testimony, because I was in the bank, I think it was yesterday, right? And we was coming around, you know, just pull out elastic thing to make like the queue, right? They have the poles and they just pull out the strap to make the queue. So we was coming around making needle S or the Z or however it is, right? And the line, the people in front of me, all of a sudden, instead of moving like we was on one side, like she was more left, all of a sudden the person in front moved to the right. So the 2 or 3 people behind that first person moved to the right. And then it came to me. I said, you know what? I just look at it all spiritually. I said, wait now, what was the reason they moved to the right? That everybody had to follow to move to the right. I said, I'm not going to move to the right because totally nothing wrong. There's no obstruction on the left. You see, if I move to the right, it means that I'll go with the flow of the people, the pressure of the people, they move for whatever pressure. Hey, the first person move, so the second person move, the third person move. I said, look at this. This is like, I mean, I literally was weighing this out of my mind. I said, this is like when they're going to line up for the chip. This is like when they're going to line up for the chip, you know, because everybody else going to not see a way. I said, I'm not going to move, and I stood my ground. I say, here, you know, and the people behind me didn't move. So, you know, so like if it catches, like the first 4 move because the first person moved, and the people behind me didn't move because I didn't move. You know, and that's what it has to be. You have to be steadfast, blameless, rooted and grounded in the truth. You know?
Hey, I got a precept right for that brother's testimony. This is Proverbs 16:25. It reads, there is a way that seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death.
Yeah. Choosing that chip gonna be the way of death, right? Choosing to satisfy the flesh is gonna be the way of death, right? Because this flesh is weak. The Lord tell you from the beginning, the flesh weak, right? But man shall not live by bread alone, but every word that proceeded out of your house, worship me of shy mouth.
But you saw them chicks. You saw them chicks is behaving in fast food restaurant. Especially like if the cashier them taking the precious time. We saw them chicks and boy, people got all late. A couple of minutes though.
So like across, right? But somebody was pointing out this guy who was pointing out I don't know if Marcus sent it on social media where this man was talking about the whole economy crashing and how the government's stealing and everything. And you know they're looking for people to protest the government. He said the people won't protest the government, but they protesting KFC raising their prices. KFC raising their prices, they're protesting that. Right? But the government, they're stealing, wages getting smaller, no increase. All these other different problems they're having. They're building restaurants, hotels and golf courses for the rich. And they're saying they can't build no schools and they can't build no hospitals. So you see, these people bugged out in their minds. They bugged out in their minds.
And when I was there for my first time, I realized how crazy them banks are. The lines and thing.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And even my family, they rather eat KFC and eat out than just make some good food at home. Which here I hate going out. I love just eating at home, man. It's the best.
Because you can buy food. You can eat out, you know. You can buy healthy food out, you know. Especially here. Because I have like friends that came back from England and stuff, and they say, boy, there's the quality of produce greater here. The taste and it feels more nutritious to the body. Health conscious people too now. It feels more nutritious to the body than eating food outside there. You know, because they might buy the same vegetables and prepare the meal. They might get a similar taste, but besides the taste, the energy that you feel coming from the food, you don't feel it. You understand? So you have so many other choices than KFC or these fast food franchises that is all using to destroy the population. You know? We can break it down because the bread in Subway has what I carbonite, cancer causing agent. The chicken in KFC have MSG, cancer causing agent. And the drinks in these fast food outlets have high sugar, high fructose corn syrup, cancer causing agents. And the list goes on. So the scripture said the whole earth is defiled, right? By the inhabitants thereof. Right? This is Isaiah 28, verse 24, verse 4. The earth mourned and faded away. The world languished and faded away. The haughty people of the earth do languish. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof. Because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinances, broken the everlasting covenant. Therefore had the curse devoured the earth. They that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left. You know? So, hey, what we have in this place, boy, we have nothing. All we have is hope. We hope that we can be delivered. We hope that the days get shorter. The contractions get faster. The missiles come. The martial law, the enforcement of the ships, the missiles, and the chariots. Like the prophecies, that's what we look forward to. And then the kingdom of heaven.
Hey, let me bring this out real quick, Robert Shah.
Go ahead.
This is Genesis, back in Genesis 22. You know, Isaac to be offered as a sacrifice. This is Genesis 22 and verse 14. And Abraham called the name of that place Yahweh Yara'aha, I believe, as it is said to this day, in the mount of the Lord it shall be seen. And the angel of the Lord called unto Abraham out of heaven the second time, and said, By myself have I sworn, saith the Lord, for because thou hast done this thing, and hast not withheld thy son, thine only son, that in blessing I will bless thee, and in multiplying I will multiply thy seed, as the stars of heaven, and as the sand which is upon the seashore. And thy seed shall possess the gate of his enemies, and in thy seed shall all the nations of the earth be blessed, because thou hast obeyed my voice. You know, and when you go into that word, real quick, let me flip the screen. When you go into that word, Yahweh Yara'aha, all right, it means Yahweh will see to it, all right? Symbolic name given by Abraham to Mount Moriah in commemoration of the interposition of the angel of Yahweh, which is Yahweh Shai, you know, who prevented the sacrifice of Isaac and provided a substitute. You know, so this has all been written from the beginning, man, and only the elect are going to see through it, you know. Only the elect, man, which we hope to be. We're prisoners of that hope, man.
Yeah, you know? Yeah, I wish I was that lamb without spot from before the foundation of the earth.
It's like if you cut you off, but I could add to what the scripture say. He says to obey is better than sacrifice.
That's right.
You see?
Huh. And rebellion is the sin of witchcraft. Boom. Yeah.
Yes,
what you have there? Carl, look at the close off there now.
Yeah.
Right, anybody have any last scriptures?
One more. 1 John 5:19. And we know that we are of the Most High. 1 John 5:19. And we know that we are of the Most High, and the whole world lieth in wickedness. And it's evident, you know, how this world is being run. If the Lord will come back, then we done. You know what I mean? But the Lord took prophecy coming back. You know what I mean? So we gotta stay watchful, stay mindful, stay keep on praying. That's the most important thing. Keep on praying. Be sober-minded. You know what I mean? Pray for one another. Because hey, nobody's saying can pray for me. We gotta pray for one another. You know what I mean? And keep seeking the Heavenly Father 10 times more, as much as it can be. That's right? That's my aim.
My last one. John 7:7, St. John 7:7, the world cannot hate you, but it hated me. But me it hated because I testify of it that the works thereof are evil.
And
Right? You have anything else?
this is it.
Hi.
I got a precept.
Go ahead. Yeah.
This is Ephesians, the 5th chapter. We'll start at verse 16. Actually, 14, because the brother Barak brought that video earlier that said, them that sleep, you know?
Come.
All right, verse 14 to verse 21. Wherefore, he said, awake thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead, and Yahushua shall give thee light. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. Wherefore be ye not unwise, but understand what the will of the Lord is. And be not drunk with wine, wherein is excess, but be filled with the Spirit, speaking to yourselves in psalms and hymns and spiritual songs, singing and making melody in your heart to the Lord, giving thanks always for all things unto Yahweh and the Father in the name of our Lord Yahushua HaMashiach, submitting yourselves one to another in the fear of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua.
All right. Yeah, well, yeah. It's important to fellowship with the brethren and to support, to be there and to exhort, you know, to aid the epistles, just like how Paul spoke to us, Peter spoke to us, John the Revelator spoke to us, Yahushua spoke to us through the whole book, you know. It's important we had to bring these things out. We had to remain in that spirit, but, right?
Yeah.
Kwasha, what you have on your mind? Bring it out. Bring it out, Doc.
Oh, me?
Yeah, bring it out.
Well, hey, the water, for you, Kim, you know what I mean? We could have break together, quite one, for this whole week, you know what I mean? That was on my spirit to break bread when I Kim, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Water Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, for this knowledge, this truth, this understanding. We pray the stream was edifying to the elect. We giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai.
Sham Rakakodash.
Give honor to all teachers, the apostles, and the elders of Great Millstone. And shalom to all the Akim worldwide that are sincere and serious to do the will of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem Bakar Kodash. Shalom.
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 God.